हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द बेस्ट फ्रेंड कन्वर्सेशन TBC। सो आज की इस वीडियो का जो टॉपिक है वो है इंट्रोडक्शन टू एरेज। सो इन दिस वीडियो द कंटेंट ऑफ द वीडियो विल बी इंट्रोडक्शन टू एरेज which is followed by creating an array, accessing or transversing the values that is element of an array, and comparing array and sorting the elements of an arrays. So let's start with the introduction. So in the introduction part, the array is a group of like type variables that are referred to by a common name. So array is the group of the like type variables. The like type variables is mean the element in that group will be of same data type, and that can be referred by a common name. That will be the name of an array, the collection name. Array can be of any data type. The data type of an array can be any data type, primitive data type, but the element that we are entering should be of a particular same data type in which the data of a array is defining. When we declare an array, we define the data type, and the element of that data type should be of the defined data type. Array can have number of values of same data type. So in array, the number of values can be of maximum number, but all the values should be of same data type. And the element of an array are stored in contiguous memory location. So the memory location of an array is contiguous type. Next is how can we create an array? So there are two ways of declaring or creating an array. The first one, the content of array is known, and this is a shortcut way. When we know the content of an array, then we create an array like this, the general form of an array when we know the content of it, and it is also the shortcut way to create an array. So string student, and it addresses the content of the array student. The next way is when we know the size of the array. When we know the size of array, it's a general form to create an array. When we know the size of array, the string student new string and the size of the array in the square bracket. So next is access or traversing the array. How can we access the elements of the array? How can we traverse them? So to do traverse the array, we use the for loop, and we can use the enhanced for loop. So as we know, the general form of the for loop is for where we declare the initial value 0, and it goes like the length of the array incrementing like I plus plus, and we are going to print every value series wise. And we can use the enhanced for loop, which was introduced in Java 5. So the general form of the enhanced for loop is type, in which the exact type in which the array is declared. For example, let it be string or int. So string any variable and the name of the array, and the variable and name of the array is having a colon in between them, and we print the variable, and it will print the all the elements of the array in series wise. Next is how we compare arrays and sort the element of an array. So we can compare two array, and the general form is arrays dot equal array1 array2, which is separated by comma in the parenthesis. So array1 and array2 are the name of a declared array, the two declared array having name array1 and array2, and it will check all the elements series wise, the name, the particular position of elements. If it all goes right, the output will be true, otherwise the false. So output will be in boolean form. And how can we sort the element of an array? The general form is arrays dot sort array. Array is the name of a array that we have declared. This will sort the array series wise, like in alphabetical order, or in integer, we can say the typical integer order. So let's go to our ID and we will see how these things work. So welcome to the ID. Here we have to create the array, and we will perform all the operations that we have seen in our PPT. So let's create a main method. Now we have to create an array. So we can create an array by two types: when we know the context of the array, and when we know the size of the array. Let's start with the size. The type of the array is a string, and we are going to add some student in it. So string student and new string, and here we will declare the size of the array. So size of the array is 5. Now add student 0. As we know, the index of the arrays start with 0 and end with the this declared size -1. So here the index of the arrays start with 0 and with 4. So here we're gonna add one name, let it be Mahesh, at 0th index, at first index, and typical value is 2. We're gonna add Mukesh, let's say, at second position, second index position. Let's say Rishabh. Student third, index number third, the number of student is 4 here. Let's say Mayank, and last the index number is 4, but this number of student will be 5. It will be let's say Sahil. So this is how we enter and declare the array when we know the size of the array. And let's create one more array where we know the context of an array. So string array, the name of this, again the student, oops, stn. Here we will know the context of the array, where we enter string wise. Let's start with Mahesh, Mukesh, the same as we have entered in the upper array, student, Rishabh, Mayank, Sahil. So here the number of student is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the index number is start with 0, so we can say the index number is 0 to 4 and the number of student is 5. Let's print it. So traversing or accessing it, let's use the for loop. Here int I start with 0, the value of I will go for the student dot length and I plus plus. This is how print each student. Let's see the output. What will the output? Here all the student in the array student is printed, and all are in series wise. So Mukesh, Mahesh, Mukesh, Rishabh, Mayank, and Sahil all are printed by the use of for loop. And how can we use enhance for loop? So using enhance for loop, we can, as you know, the data type, the type, let it say the string. So string and a variable, let's say students, and the name of the array. The student is the name of the array, will be printed like this out variable. So let's, as you can see, first we have printed it with the use of the normal for loop, and after that we have printed the same output with the help of enhance for loop. So enhance for loop is very much easy to use. We don't have to care about the initial value. We don't have to declare the any another variable. It doesn't know about the student length and all this. We can use it simply write this. And how can we use another other method like to compare two array? We know arrays dot equals, and here we can compare both the array that we have created, one with the help of the general form that we know the size of an array, and another one we have to know the context of the array. And let's see what it give the output. So this, it giving the output true, as both the array has the same element in the same on the same memory index, so it gives the output right. And how can we so this is the general output of the array with the help of for loop and enhance for loop. Let's we short an array, let's say arrays dot short, and we gonna short the student array. So let's see what the output is. We can see the Mahesh, Mayank, Mukesh, all these variables starting with the m keyword, m word is gonna come first, and it is in the alphabetical order. So this is how we can use the short keyword to short the each element, short the element of an array. So if we want to print an array as a form in array, as it declares an array, so we want to print the array in the form of array. How can we do that? Simply we can say arrays dot toString and student. So output of it will be like this in the form of array. So Mahesh, Mayank, Mukesh, Rishabh, and Sahil, and this is the so this is how array is printed. Mahesh, Mukesh, Mayank, Mukesh, Rishabh, and Sahil. This is printed exactly in the way of array. How it is declared? It is declared like this. It is printed like this. And what we have done is we have traversing and access the array with the help of for loop and enhance for loop. We come to know about how can we compare two array how can we sort an array, the element of an array, and how can we print array. So this is all about today's video. Thank you so much.